Hello guys and welcome to my first haul video in a very long time, my first proper haul video. As lots of you will know if you've been following me this year, I have not been doing many hauls this year in comparison to what I used to do. Mainly because I've become a lot more aware of kind of what goes into the fashion industry and the environmental impact and things like that. And I therefore have been a lot more mindful of what I'm buying, how much I'm buying, how much I'm going to wear it, and I've been making a massive effort to shop more vintage, shop more secondhand, to shop from more sustainable brands, and also just to shop more staple items that are going to last in my wardrobe for a long time and that aren't fast fashion throwaway kind of stuff. Anyway, so if you guys didn't know that, there's a background to why I haven't done many haul videos this year. However, this haul is going to be a pretty significant one because it's the first time I've really done a decent amount of shopping in a really long time, and I picked up some really lovely staples I was very excited to share with you all. I bought a new Chanel bag, which seems crazy, okay? Don't judge me, guys. Well, you're gonna anyway, because it's the internet. I actually bought a vintage one a few weeks ago that I posted on here. This one is new, and I wasn't intending on buying it, but it's something that I've wanted for a very long time, and I saw it when I was in Paris this weekend, and I just fell in love with it. So it's something that I've kind of had in my mind that I wanted to buy for a long time, but I didn't anticipate buying it now. So let's start with that because it's the most exciting. I bought it from the Rue Cambon boutique, which I have never bought anything from there before. I've been in there once or twice before, but it has its own bag. You get a special white bag. Chanel shopping bags are normally black. And they package everything up for you very beautifully in a white box as well. It's normally in a black box, like I said. So I haven't opened this yet. I bought this 2 days ago and I haven't opened it yet, and literally it's taken some willpower because I couldn't film yesterday because the house was full of builders and it was super noisy. So I'm gonna unbox it for you. I am beyond excited for this bag. I can't even tell you. So beautiful packaging. I don't want to undo the ribbon. It makes me really sad. It makes me really sad and really excited at the same time, but you know, oh my god. So yeah, lovely white box, although I have washed my hands. I just did my makeup and I was like, oh my god, I need to wash my hands before I even touch this box. I don't want to get makeup on it. And I think it opens up differently. Yeah, it does. It's like top slide. There's the lid. Let's put that on the floor. Okay, here we go, guys. Try not to rip the tissue paper. Mission accomplished. Anyone have any ideas what it might be? I think it might surprise you. Okay, it's smaller than you might have thought because we've got tissue in tissue in tissue. I knew this would be beautifully wrapped because she took ages to wrap it up for me. Oh, rip the tissue. Fail. There we go. Oh my god, there's another one. Are you kidding me? The suspense is real. The suspense is real and the tissue is ripped a little bit. Here it is. I can feel it. I can feel it. I mean, it's well tissued. Let's just put it that way. Dun da da da. Oh my god. Okay, so it is a Gabrielle bag. I did not anticipate buying one of these when they first came out. I have to say, to the point where I actually, when they first launched these bags, I think it was like 2 or 3 years ago, I actively really disliked them. And they've grown on me like a little nugget in the back of my mind. And then this season they did some really beautiful colorways. They actually did one with a shorter strap that was croc effect, which sold out immediately, and that was initially the one that I wanted in my mind. When I went in, that was what I kind of, let me just put this down, that was the one that I kind of had my mindset on, but it's completely sold out. Like, it's sold out months ago and they're not restocking it. So I was like, okay, like, it doesn't matter, like, fine. I wanted to look at the burgundy one again, that was sold out too. And then as I was on my way out of the store, I saw this one, and it's the So Black, I think they call it. So basically all of the hardware on the whole bag is black. And I was instantly like, I've always wanted an all black Chanel bag, but they're quite hard to get hold of, and also if you buy them secondhand or vintage, they're really expensive, like more expensive than they are new, which seems crazy, but I guess because they're a little bit more rare than the ones with the gold. So anyway, this is the small size. It's the chevron, I believe it's the distressed calf skin finish, and it's got that really nice glossy smooth leather on the bottom and on the trim, the all black hardware, which I have to say as well, because I was really set on the croc one, which has the top handle, like the short top handle. I'll insert a picture so you guys can see which one I'm talking about. I was like, oh, I just don't know, because, you know, I really liked that short handle, and the sales assistant was like, well, you know, you can do this. Hang on, might take me a second to work it out. You can do this, and it effectively gives you the same look. You like loop the chain around, and it gives you that same look as having the hanging handle. And then she showed me a few other ways to wear this bag as well that I was like, I actually had no idea this bag was so versatile. And I was like, sold. I love it. I love it so much. I'm obsessed with it, and I'm so excited to use it. It's the small size, which actually I'd spoken to somebody I know who actually has tried this bag in the small, and they said, oh, it's really small, like I don't know if I would recommend it, but actually it's much more it's much softer than I thought. Like, you can open it up and like get into it a lot easier than I thought you would be able to. So I'm quite happy with the size. I quite like small bags. It also strangely has the little like clip for either your keys or your wallet or whatever, which I thought was interesting. I've never actually looked inside one of the Gabrielle bags before. It's got the gross grain black lining, and I mean, what else am I gonna say about it? This is my new baby. I'm so excited for this. I literally think as well, like, it's really I'm gonna wear it a lot because it is very wearable day to day. Because of the black hardware, I feel like it makes it a lot more casual, a lot easier to kind of wear day to day, and it's a little bit more subtle. It's definitely got like a rockier vibe to it with all the chains and the black hardware. It's funny with this bag actually, because with the Gabrielle bag, one of the reasons why I do actually like the style is because they normally have the chain is like half gold and half silver, or half gold and half gunmetal. It's like a mixed metal chain, but actually I just think it's perfect in the all black. I'm so excited, and I'll show you some of the ways that you can wear it in the cutaways. But yeah, that's my new baby. That was the big purchase of the weekend in Paris. And if you guys are wondering why I was in Paris, I was actually there with my friends. Normally I'm there for work stuff, but I was there with 3 of my best girl mates, because one of them has just moved there and is now living in Paris in this amazing apartment, and it was just such a lovely weekend to spend some time with friends, and it was lovely. Anyway, the other things I got were all from Sézane, with the exception of one vintage thing. So I'm going to show you a few things that I bought from Sézane. Sézane is a store that I feel like is so hit and miss for me. Some seasons I love it, other seasons I'm like, nah, there's nothing in there for me. The first thing I got was a piece of their knitwear. This season is good, by the way, in case you didn't catch that. First thing I got was a piece of their knitwear. This is a cream jumper. I've actually worn this already, so it's a little bit like, I don't know whether you'll see that on camera, but you know when you can tell you've worn something. And it's got a really beautiful pattern along the neck. I actually really wanted, there was a pink one, like a really gorgeous kind of dusty rose pink, similar kind of design but different. But it was cut so big, like even the extra small, and like I am not an extra small, I'm a small, sometimes a medium. Their cuts are super big. This one is extra small, and it was just cut a lot more like to the body, whereas the pink one was just massive. And because I'm short, I feel like if I have a big fluffy jumper that is then oversized, I just look like bigger than I want to look. But yeah, I wore this on our last day in Paris. I'll put my little, if you didn't see on my Instagram, my little outfit picture wearing this. I just love it. It's so cozy, so warm, and just really beautiful. I'm not going to wear it around River because she's going to get her dirty little mitts on it, and it is basically white. Love that, absolutely love that. And they have a really good recycling program as well at Sézane, where you take in your old knitwear and they give you a discount, and they recycle the fibres and everything, so good to know. The other things that I got from Suzanne, most of them, there's actually one pair of shoes which I think is in here, which I got from the main store, but the other things I actually bought from their outlet store, which is, I didn't even know this existed until we came out and walked past it. It's called Demain, and it's basically a mix of like charity shops slash outlet store. So they sell some of their old season pieces, some of their things that have been used in photo shoots, so like samples, and some things that have been returned like out of the like when the seasons have changed, if that makes sense. And all of the profits go to charity, so it's basically like a charity shop but Suzanne, which is super cool. I didn't even know it existed, and I got a couple of things from there. The other thing I got from the main store, I'll show you first, is a pair of black shoes, which I'd wanted a new pair of plain black like stiletto type pumps for a really long time, because the only ones that I have are the Gianvito Rossi ones with the plexi sides, which I do really like, but they're really high, so I only really wear them for like special occasions, whereas I wanted some that are a bit less high, so they're a bit more like evening friendly for like when you might be going to a bar and like standing up or like walking around or whatever, basically not killing my feet. And these were the ones I found. They still look high, but they're nowhere near as high as those ones, and they have the most beautiful like low cut section here, like it was almost like a little V. Black suede, beautifully made, and they were just literally exactly what I was looking for. Very classic, and will hopefully last me a very long time. So they were the other item that I bought in the Sézane main store. And then in the like charity shop section, I got this dress, which is mega. I am so excited about this dress. Like honestly, I've got lots and lots of like Christmas kind of seasonal parties coming up, and I wanted something to wear for that was a bit glitzier, and I saw this, I was like, oh my god, it's perfect. Now this says, the other thing about the charity shops, everything's discounted, although this said on the label it was 100 euros, but I bought it with a t-shirt that was supposed to be 35 and it was 105. I didn't get the itemized receipt, so I don't know which one was which, but either way, like it was less than 100 euros, and it's a fully sequined wrap mini dress from Suzanne in this beautiful bronze. How gorgeous is this? For the winter, for New Year, for Christmas. It looks almost like vintagey. This is gonna be in my wardrobe forever, I hope. I absolutely adore it, and I saw it and was just like, oh my god, yes. The one thing I would say is it definitely needs pinning on the boob area because it is quite low cut, but I'm gonna wear my super low Wonder bra with it and then pin it, to the point where I actually tried on the size 8 because I was like, this is like too big, but actually the size 8 was exactly the same, just tighter on the sleeves. So yeah, and then the other two items I got in the Demain store were this plain black t-shirt. I'd wanted a new plain black t-shirt for ages because my one is just not good, the one that I have. But this is really pretty. It's got like quite a medium level like V at the front, and then this, what you're seeing with the crisscross, is actually on the back. So it's this really nice crisscross detail on the back, which I thought was so nice. I've got quite a lot of like midi skirts and jeans and stuff that I wanted to wear this with, and I just thought it's a really nice detail to have like a plain black shirt but then have the back. I actually got a size large because it was the only one they had left. Like I said, it's like their kind of sample charity store, so they don't have every size, they just have what's out. And this was a large, but I tried it on and actually, like, because it's obviously supposed to be like a fitted t-shirt, it fits quite loose, and that's how I like my t-shirts to fit. So I got that. Like I said, with the pricing, it said 35, but I definitely wasn't charged 35 for the both. So I don't know how much it ended up being. And then the last thing is a pair of ankle boots that These were a bit of an impulse purchase, and actually they put them in the wrong dust bag because they now have like little bits of lint all over them and I need to lint roll them. But these are the most beautifully made heeled ankle boots in suede, and they have this seam, gorgeous, like almost like a little bit 60s style gold button on the side and then the seam going all the way along the front. I think they're so classic. I love the little bit of brown. I have some pointy leather boots, like black ankle boots, but they don't have like the brown heel and the rounded toe, and in the suede I just think they're a little bit more kind of like less rocky looking, a little bit more boho-y. Absolutely love them, and they're actually super comfy as well. So they had my size in those. These were reduced to 125 and they were actually 125. So yeah, they're my boots that I got, and that's everything from Sézane. So I like, seriously, I bought a lot in Sézane. Yeah, wow. Sorted for the season. And then the last thing that I got is a pair of vintage earrings, which were from the flea market in Paris. That is, I think it's just called the flea market, like the marché de puces or les puces or whatever, which means flea. It's probably about half an hour north of Paris, and it's not in a city, it's like quite far out. It's incredible. If you get the chance to go to Paris and you have a spare, I would say it's like half a day minimum. You could spend the whole day there. Definitely go and check it out if you're into antiques, if you're into vintage jewelry. They have so much vintage jewelry. They did have a few vintage bags, but nothing crazy. They had more of a better selection of Hermes, and that's not really my thing. I'm more into Chanel, vaguely interested in Louis Vuitton, but yeah, they had a lot of Hermes and lots of vintage fur, and like it was literally like walking into a chic French grandma's wardrobe in a lot of the shops. It was crazy. Just interesting to look around as well, like so cool. Lots of like antique homewares and light fittings, incredible stuff. Anyway, I ended up coming away with a pair of 1970s, although they look more 80s to me, vintage earrings. Love these. I paid 45 euros for them, which I thought was quite a lot, but to be fair, I really loved them. And the girl in the shop was actually an English girl running the store, which I was blown away by because everyone was super French, everyone else there. And very like, there's lots of like old ladies like running their little vintage stores. It was so cool. But yeah, she was really nice, so I thought, can't be bothered to barter because they're really nice. And they've actually never been worn, so I asked her where they're from. She was like, they're 70s, and she told me the brand, which was like a brand that's not like a designer, and she was like, they've actually never been worn. I bought a load of old stock from a shop that had closed down, and she was like, they came from there. So this is what they look like. Gorgeous enamel and faux pearl with the stars and the moons around the edge. That's why I love them, you know me by now. And then the dangly hearts. They're quite chunky for me, quite big, because I usually just wear my little hoops, but I think they'll look really nice. I'm really excited to wear those. So yeah, that is my Paris haul. The biggest haul I've done in the whole of the year. Oh my god. I can't stop staring at my bag right now. I literally am like, oh, I can't wait to wear it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you very soon. Yeah, Christmas content is coming. If there's anything that you want to request, let me know in the comments, but I'll see you soon, guys. Bye.